Hey guys, I hope you're having a really great day. So today I'm going to be reviewing two books that I read this month. They're both books that I enjoyed quite a bit, so we will just get started. The first book that I want to talk about is The Infinite Moment of Us by Myracle. This book follows two students right after they graduate from high school named Wren and Charlie. They've basically known each other their whole lives. They've always gone to school together, but they have never really been close friends, so they don't really talk to each other that much. But after graduation, they end up at the same party and they start talking and things just go from there. This story kind of follows their romance through the entire summer leading up to their first semester of college. I am a huge fan of contemporary. Like, I read contemporary all the time. It's my favorite genre. And I don't think that I've ever read a contemporary that I liked this much. It didn't just deal with lovey-dovey romance. Wren was having difficulty with her parents and not wanting to go on to med school like her parents always dreamed of her doing. She wanted to do something else with her life, and she was struggling with telling them and then them kind of accepting that she wasn't going to be exactly what they wanted her to be anymore. And Charlie, who has basically been in and out of foster homes his entire life, has to deal with the fact that he doesn't think he's good enough for Wren, and he also has to come to terms with the fact that the foster family that he is currently living with are the closest thing to real parents he's ever going to get. I like it when contemporaries are real. Like, no love story is so easy peasy. Every couple has their rough times. Every couple has those real problems that they're facing in their home life or whatever. And a lot of contemporary doesn't portray that very realistically, but this book really did. All of the characters in this book are just really, really dynamic. The two main characters, Wren and Charlie, are perfectly flawed characters. The supporting characters, Wren's friends, Tessa and PG, and Charlie's foster parents and his brother and some of his friends even, are just all really great characters. They kind of bring the story to something so much more than it could possibly have been, and it's just really, it was a really refreshing read. It just was a really sweet book, and I just really, really enjoyed it. The ending is kind of left open to interpretation. There's no set ending. There's no happy ending necessarily. It's more an opportunity. It's an opportune ending. You as the reader can imagine what happens after that last page. It's just perfect. It was just a really great way to end the book, and I really liked it. The second book that I would like to talk about is Just One Year by Gayle Forman. This is the sequel or the companion book to Just One Day, which I read back in November. This is basically the same story from Willem's point of view, except it picks up the day after Allison wakes up to find Willem gone. So, like I said, this book kind of just picks up right after the events of the Just One Day in the first book, and it's all Willem's journey. The thing that I loved about this book, as opposed to Just One Day, is the situation that Willem was in, the kind of problems that he was having with his home life and his personal life were way more believable than Allison's situation. Willem is dealing with the loss of his father and having to kind of come to terms with the fact that his mother has kind of checked out, or not necessarily checked out, but kind of written it off as a thing that happened that she doesn't need to discuss with Willem. She doesn't need to kind of go into it. And he kind of was dealing with that in his own way. You know, that's why he was traveling and he was gone for so long. I like the idea that a single day can shape our entire, our entire life. That was the same theme that was in Just One Day. You know, she was like, that one day kind of changed who I was. I want to be more independent. I want to be out from underneath my father. But in Just One Year, it kind of was like, it led his family back together. And I really liked it. I really liked reading from Willem's point of view. I thought he was a much better character than Allison. I thought he was a much better narrator. Again, I I liked the ending. It was kind of left open to a little bit of interpretation. I liked the kind of full circle that the story made, comparing his parents to how this book ends. And I liked everything about this book. I'm really glad that I went ahead and read this. I was feeling a little bit disappointed in Gayle Forman after I finished Just One Day, because she is such a wonderful author, and If I Stay is one of my favorite books of all time, and I was just really disappointed with Just One Day. And then going back and reading Just One Year restored my faith in her, and you know, it made me kind of really like this series more, and it kind of makes me appreciate the first book more after reading this one. So I'm glad that I went ahead and picked it up. So yeah, if you are a fan of contemporary or just looking for a good, lighthearted read, I definitely recommend either The Infinite Moment of Us or checking out Just One Day and Just One Year by Gayle Forman. You will not be disappointed if you're a big fan of contemporary like I am. So yeah, that is all I have for this video today. Let me know down in the comments if you have read either of these books and what you thought about them, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!